no matter where you are. You want to be asking them a lot about themselves, learning about them, seeing them, qualifying them just like you would a girl, seeing if they're even somebody that you want to kick it with, and if they are, always have an event that you have going on.
But the easiest way to do it is just creating your own social circle and becoming the leader of that. That's the quickest and the fastest way. Like that's the shortcut to being a desirable male to the females around you.
Please her genes.
Please her genes makes men unstoppable at meeting and attracting the women they want. And introducing underground seduction legend, Felix Black.
This is Felix Black. I'm here with Guru. We're going to be dropping some major knowledge on you guys about how to build social circles, how to live that lifestyle. Because I feel like a lot of guys, what they struggle with, you realize most guys statistically actually only have like one of those one best friends that they have where they talk to on the phone. And after they've been in a relationship or outside of high school, it just kind of tapers off to where they don't really have that many guy friends. They don't really go out. They don't really have that social circle. And to a girl, you know, if she's looking at you and you don't have a lot of friends, you don't have a lifelong friend, she kind of thinks you're weird. Like, how come he doesn't have these people? Like, how come he's not connected to people? Because women are about people. So anyways, me and Guru, we're going to talk to you guys about that, give you some really cool pointers on how to have social dominance and how to create cool social circles and how to incorporate that into your seductions.
Yeah, man. Social circle is key, man. Social circle is key. It's all about who you know, who you connected with, and that opens up the doors. So, Dan, do you want to start us off?
Yeah, sounds good, man. So, yeah, basically we talking about social circles. So a lot of times what goes on is, you know, people don't understand exactly how to build social circles, how to bring people together. But what they don't realize is when you actually organize a group of people and you bring more than one person to a group. So say that I call it the trifecta because you got three components. You have yourself, somebody, and then the person you're introducing it to. The more people that you can actually introduce to each other, the less work you have to do because then they connect. You were the guy who introduced everybody and you ultimately are seen as the head of that social circles because you're the one who brought everybody together. You know everybody. So you're the most comfortable with each and every person. You have more of a personal relationship with each and every person in the group than they have with each other. But you also start the spark of how they can add value to each other. So let's talk about this for a second because we've got a lot of different times in your life where you can utilize this. Like if you were in high school, for example, you would want to introduce somebody else that would add value to that person, that had a common interest with that person. So that's kind of how you would introduce people and create those social circles. And you'll notice in any social circle, women are most attracted to women. Like obviously they want to go for the most high status person they can within their social circle, within their comfort zone. Now, if you're within a tribe, historically, if you're in like a tribe, a woman would want to know that you were a part of the tribe, you were a part of that social circle, and that would be the pool of available mating options that she would choose from. And she would try to get the best mating options out of that mating pool within her tribe that were familiar, that her people knew she was somewhere in her social circle. So women obviously feel really comfortable sleeping with, pursuing, and you know sexually. And getting to know guys that are somehow connected to her social circle. So I'll like start. Go ahead, Guru.
Pretty much the leaders in the group, and as Felix was saying, like women look up to the leaders. Like no girl's gonna want the loser. Nobody wants the bottom barrel male, that last pick guy that no other girls are fighting for, and especially in situations like college or places where people have a common goal. The easiest way to be at the top of the hierarchy is one, either be the boss as far as like being a leader of a club or organization. But the easiest way to do it is just creating your own social circle and becoming the leader of that. That's the quickest and the fastest way. Like that's the shortcut being a desirable male to the females around you.
Exactly. Yeah. It's easier. Like, oh, it's Felix. Easier said than done. Like, how do I create these social circles? And you have to have two key concepts. Okay. Number one, you have to be really personable. Like, you have to create an attractive personality where you can talk to people and you're genuinely interested in them. Because obviously, if I introduce Joe to John, or Sally to Bob, or Sally to Susie, you know, if I don't know a little bit about them, I don't know if there's any benefit of them meeting, right? So in high school, for example, you would find somebody else and you would introduce them to someone else who had a similar interest. Like, hey, well, like, this is my boy John, or this is my girl Sally. She loves to wakeboard. I know you love wakeboarding too, so I thought you guys would really hit it off. So I wanted to make sure I introduced you guys. So yeah, I'll let you guys chat it up. I got to go over here and check on something real quick. But like, inviting people to things, because the core thing is here, I kind of jumped ahead of myself, is being able to invite people to things. So when you're out meeting people, no matter where you are, you want to be asking them a lot about themselves, learning about them, seeing them, qualifying them, just like you would a girl, seeing if they're even somebody that you want to kick it with. And if they are, always have an event that you have going on, something that you're planning, whether it's something, and preferably at your place, at your house, somewhere where people can gather. Even if you're inviting people out to a place, you're inviting them out to some kind of event, some kind of things. Like, people are programmed to love events. Like, so many things revolve around events, like Christmas and family and everything. So when you can create an event, like, even if it's just made up and you're inviting people to it, you're creating what's called a ritual, you know? So if it's something you do every Sunday, you have people over, you go for a high or whatever is aligned with your interests. So you can have people that share your interests come hang out with you. And then you be able to introduce those people with common interests to each other. That's how you really build that close-knit social circle. And as you condition people to come out and do those events, they get conditioned to do the same thing where they all come to the events, and you're the guy organizing the events. So now when you're out meeting girls that you're interested in and you want to get to know them more, instead of just jumping straight into it, you'd be like, hey, I'm having a get together on Sunday. I'd love for you to come by. You can bring a friend if you want. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of people there that are really cool. I know you said that you were really interested in biotech, and actually my friend Bob, he's a biotechnician, and he works on all these intricate things in the world, and he's doing all these cool projects, and I think you guys would actually have a lot to talk about. I got to introduce you to him, so make sure you show up. You know what I mean? And then now she even has more of a reason to come. It's not just, oh, hey, come to my house, I'm a creepy guy. It's like, wow, this guy has connections with somebody in my industry. Like, it'd probably be a really cool professional move. Now she can justify coming. Not only that, she's interested in you, so she's going to be able to hang out with you at the party. And then you get to make that connection with Bob. And now Bob is like, Dan's the shit. He just introduced me to this fucking cool-ass chick that's also into biotech. And, you know, they're going to hit it off. And you don't even have to do any of the talking. All you're doing is introducing people. And if you
yeah. And
go ahead.
Like Felix was saying, man, the key component to this is inviting people with similar interests. One of the most awkward and weird things you can do is to invite dissimilar people to hang out in the same place. Now, some of you guys might be asking, like, how do I find people that are interested in the same stuff? How do I find these people to invite? And the simplest and easiest way you can do this is go to places where people have a common goal, whether that's like a yoga class, whether that's a business event, just some place where everybody has a shared goal and they're all in the same headspace. That's where you want to start making your friends. That's where you want to start, quote unquote, building your list of people, potential prospects that you can invite to these events. And when they're there, one of the main things that you want to make sure before you go trying to talk to single out one girl or one individual, I've seen this mistake before. The host tries to single out one girl, but you want to make sure everybody at your party is having a good time. So you want to be what I call the great connector. As Felix was saying, you want to introduce the people who you believe are going to be the most compatible with each other. at your event. So like Felix was saying, if Bob is a biotech engineer and Susie is a biotech engineer, there's good fitment there. Like, it's almost a no-brainer that those two should talk. So you just want to be aware of those opportunities to not only further your goals, but further other people's goals, so that they will want to be repeat customers and come to the events that you have.
Yeah, because if Susie just goes to a party and gets drunk, of course it's easier for her to write it off like, oh, I just got wasted at that party, I shouldn't have done that, or like, I'm getting too old for this, or whatever. That if she gets actual value, real value from coming to your house and by meeting someone that's going to help further her career, not even just further career, maybe they're interested. It works the same with outside of professional. Say you guys all had an interest in meditation and spirituality, for example, and maybe metaphysical stones or something like that. A lot of girls are into that. So say you guys all had that common interest and you're talking to her like, hey, I'm having a get together at my place tonight. My buddy's there. He's been a heavy meditator for like 15 years. He's been all over the world. Like, he's actually gone to India and studied with some of the best gurus. And I would love for you guys to meet. And my friend Joey, he actually, he's a crystal deal. Like, he basically has all kinds of metaphysical stuff. You gotta meet this guy because he's gonna be able to hook you up with like all the stuff you need. And I noticed like your bracelet, like you're really into that, so you should definitely come and check it out. And whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then now all of a sudden I'm talking about something personal. Like, I already talked to her about her Buddha bracelets. That's how I started the conversation. We started talking about all these metaphysical stones. Next thing you know, we're like, oh shit, like, oh my God, I'm having a get together at my place this weekend. Like, my buddy's gonna be there. He's got all these metaphysical stones that he works with all the time. And he's going to be able to like tell you a lot. I can't wait for you to tell him the story about this, but I'll save it for the party, but make sure you're there. Then now she has a reason to go there. She's going to meet some friends. She's like, oh God, this guy's got cool friends. Like, she's going to want to come. And then when she came, she didn't just come to hang out and get drunk at your party. She actually met some cool people, made some cool connections, which makes the bond even stronger. Whenever you introduce...
Yes, she met an ally.
Yes. Whenever you introduce two people together and you're the trifecta, something special happens. All of a sudden, the connection that you made isn't just like, oh, hey, see you later. It's almost sealed in a way that the chances of that relationship continuing as a friendship or anything, or you seeing those people again, goes up dramatically when you start to create a social circle of people that have a common interest, and then they're going to talk to each other. And it almost like it keeps people engaged. It keeps people in the group, and you don't have to do any further work on your part. It's just bringing people together. If you notice, politicians, they're some of the best at this. They don't say a whole lot. What they say is just connecting people, having people that they can call for each thing that they need, and really making sure everybody feels special. That's it.
Yeah, you want to make sure, you want to position yourself as the great connector, the great communicator, the one that puts all the pieces together. Everything should flow back to the source. Like, you want to be the figurehead of your tribe. Now, another note is, in order to have this organization start to grow and run itself, or this group to grow and run itself, is you need to kind of prompt people in a very subtle way to start inviting their friends and their personal contacts, because as much as it seems obvious to invite other people, sometimes people don't have that in the forefront of their mind. So prompting people inside your group to invite friends, go to the social circle, will have this organization that you've created be self-fulfilling and essentially self-running, where you're hands off, you're just organizing it, people come, people have a good time, and you really don't have to do that much work. I mean, that's the easiest way to go about it.
Yeah, and honestly, if you've been following the 7 hidden keys and you've been expanding your awareness to the point where you start to notice things, this part will be really easy for you because you'll be asking quality questions. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions that you ask, and that goes for everything. That goes to questions you ask yourself, and it goes for the questions you ask others. Like when you're asking those questions and you're mindful and you're paying attention to the things that they're passionate about, it's really easy to make connections on those things, and no matter what they are. And it's really easy to pick a group of people that you hang out with where you could offer them some value by introducing them. Because I will tell you one thing. One thing people value more than money or material things is connection. And it's connecting to like-minded people. People will, and it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing but your time and your attention. And it's worth way more to people, perceived value to people, than any kind of monetary exchange. Like you could give someone $1 million to start a business, and yeah, that's pretty cool. Or you could introduce them to a string of investors that will fund their companies, and that they'll work really well with. And I guarantee you that connection would be like the connection you'd have with that person would be 10 times more for just introducing you to those people than if you funded that company yourself. So not even saying just on a business sense, but like even for the woman, her interaction is going to be 10 times better if she feels like she got some value. Just that connection, it's just going to mean something to her. It's going to stand out to her on so many different levels. And at the end of the day, the opportunity for you and her, if you wanted to pursue that, if she ended up turning out to be that someone you wanted to pursue, it's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. Second thing I want to say, it works the same when you're going out. When you create this group of friends, so many guys go out to the club to meet women, and I think that's retarded. You know what I mean? Like, not that it's the bad thing. You could go out and meet girls at the club, but I have a way better strategy that's way better. If you meet these girls during the day, or you've invited them back to something that you're doing, or you invite them out, you know what I mean? After you've made that connection, now all of a sudden you're surrounded with beautiful chicks and you've got a lot of them with you. It's almost like what I call the goldfish effect. Like, it's like you're the guy that has all the other females around you, so all the other females at the club are already attracted to you. So it's almost effortless when you go out. You know what I mean? It's not like you're going out there cold. Like, you've got all these girls that will either wing with you or they're hanging out with you. They're having a good time with you. And so women are actually drawn to your social circle that way versus you having to go out and cold approach and not having anything there. And you have all these other people, so you're never like in this needy mood. You always have all these people to hang out with and talk to and so forth. What do you think about that, Guru? You've probably done a lot of that?
Yeah. So I'm going to touch on a few things here. This is kind of high level stuff that most guys blow over, like it completely blows over their head. But you want to have friends that are girls that you're not fucking, man. So many guys think they can't be friends with girls. Like, there's so much benefit to having a friend that's a girl that can connect you with other girls. And they don't even have to connect you with other girls. They can just go with you to that event. And even though they're your friend, people are going to automatically assume positive things about you because you have a girl there with you. And I want to go back for a second and touch on when you orchestrate these parties. We expand more on this in the 7 hidden keys, but some of our listeners might be asking, like, how do I get laid at these parties?
Find out the rest on the next episode of Please Her Jeans. Please Her Jeans is partnered with Xander Holt and his amazing program, Rock Hard for Life. The Rock Hard for Life formula is the world's most comprehensive program for men's sexual health. If you join Rock Hard for Life today, you get access to the life-changing breakthrough Rock Hard for Life formula, plus Felix Black's foundational dating content. Xander Holt and Felix Black have developed the ultimate one-stop shop to make your health and sex life rock solid. Go to rockhardforlife.com to get started.